Okay, good evening. Gonna teach y'all how to pan fry steak and bake some corn in the oven. Let's get started. First up, we're gonna go over the ingredients. Little pro tip here: when you're pan frying some steaks, if you're in an apartment complex, what you might want to do is go ahead and remove the smoke detectors just temporarily until you're done, and you can kind of air the house out. It does get a little smoky. So for tonight's ingredients, we got spatula, we got corn, we got aluminum foil. This is about 1 foot by 1 foot. Got a tablespoon of butter for the corn, tablespoon of butter for the steak. We got our steak. Over here we got a little bit of minced garlic. For the corn we got some seasoned salt. Got a spatula for the oil. Got good old salt and pepper. We got some soap. What we're going to go ahead and do, I got a washcloth in the sink. I'm going to go ahead and pour a little bit of soap on the washcloth. Give it a little bit of water. You'll understand that here in just a minute. And we got some olive oil. Okay, so let's go ahead and butter up that corn, okay? So with our clean hands, we go ahead and take our butter. What we're going to do is start rubbing that butter down. This might seem like a lot of butter, but most of it, when you take the corn out of aluminum foil, most of the stuff's going to stay behind. We just want to make sure it's nice and lubricated so it don't burn, and it's just going to make it taste so good. So we're going to just sit here, completely coat it in butter. There we go. See, we didn't use the whole thing of butter. Set it right there, drop that. Now the reason we poured the soap on the washcloth was so that I don't get butter everywhere. It's a mess. Just go ahead and rub my hand in that. Now I don't have to touch the soap with my hands. Use my wrist to turn that on. There we go. Nice clean hands, ready to go again. Alright. You want to go ahead and preheat your oven to 425 degrees for this cooking. Alright. Now, we'll take our seasoned salt and we will very liberally season the corn. And to get more, just turn it. And again, this seems like a lot of salt, but the majority of this is going to stay in the aluminum foil. This is just to make sure it gets a nice, even coating, good flavor. Didn't even use all of it. Okay, roll it back and forth, make sure it's nice and evenly covered. Then what we want to do, flip it over, and we want to roll it. And right here, where this crease is, we want to go ahead and roll it up like that, and that'll keep the juices in. Alright, so she's ready to go. I'm going to go ahead and get a clock. I'll be right back. Okay, I got my stopwatch. I'm going to go ahead and start it. We're looking at 25 minutes total, so we're going to take our corn and go ahead and throw it in the oven. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and prep the steak. So, first thing we want to do, take a little bit of olive oil, not too much, but you want to coat it all the way. You just want to coat the steak. Just like that, back and forth, get it nice and oily. A lot of people, when they pan fry steaks, they like to oil the pan. I found that I burn the steak when I do that. This way I don't burn the steak. Alright, now, we'll take a little bit of salt, season it liberally. There we go. We'll grab that. Oh, wait, a little bit of pepper. Go ahead and flip the steak over. Repeat the process. A little bit of oil. Go ahead here. There we go. Nice and coated in olive oil. Go ahead and pepper that puppy up. Now this steak has been sitting out for about 30 minutes right now. It's not cold. I'm not taking this directly from the fridge. Okay, that's that. Go ahead and show y'all the steak. There we go. Nice and seasoned up. You can see here that I got my minced garlic. We're going to use that. And we got the butter. Alright, that's it. I'm going to go ahead and let that corn bake for a little bit. And we'll be back when it's time to cook this puppy. Okay, hello and welcome back. Right now the corn's been baking for about 19 minutes. We're going to go ahead and get the steak ready to roll. My steak is about a half-inch steak, maybe 3/4 at its thickest. That, to me, I do steak based on time. A lot of people like to do it based on feel. I do steak based on time. This is somewhere between, for nice, medium well, you know, it's pinkish on the center. This steak, that thickness, where I'm at, this stove, a lot of factors involved. We're looking at maybe, I don't know, 4 minutes, 20 seconds, give or take, with a 30-second flip each time. You know, it is a work in progress. So what we're going to go ahead and do, we got our pan on the stove. We're going to go ahead and heat the pan up. I like to do an 8. With this stove, if I do it at high, it's going to burn things, it's going to get crazy. Now for the video, so that y'all can hear me, I'm not going to put on the fan. Typically when I'm cooking like this, I got a window open and I got the fan on to kind of help dissipate some of the smoke. It's going to seem real smoky. It's not this smoky if you got the fan and whatnot on. So again, the pan has nothing in it, and it's just going to be a hot pan. I'm going to drop that on, and I'll talk y'all through it when it's time. So we'll let that pan heat up, and we'll get to it. Okay, here we go. Now, one trick to know when the pan is just right, get a little bit of water on our finger, we throw it in the pan. We listen and we learn, or we listen and we look. And if that water just starts boiling right around, it's good to go. So with this, it's going to be kind of a little bit loud in here. I'm going to put the pan on, I'm going to put the steak on the pan, and every 30 seconds I'm going to rotate it, okay? So here we are. I could use my hand, I choose not to. Go ahead and always do this away from you. Go ahead and drop her down. You're going to hear her start sizzling. We're going to start the clock. There we go. We're watching that clock, okay? Now the steak's cooking. Move the clock over here. Maybe y'all can see it like that. Yeah, you probably can't see it. You'd have to zoom in, but anywho. Alright, we're coming up on 30 seconds. Go ahead and grab that steak with them tongs and flip it over. There we go, nice and gentle. Now, what I like to do, help it out with a little bit of butter. Take the butter, drop it on. Let it melt just a little bit, not too much. We don't want to have the whole thing of butter on there. I find the butter gives the steak a nice flavor. Don't forget, we got this garlic over here. We're going to use that too. Okay, coming up on a minute. Well, you can't see it, but right here is some red on the steak. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is take it, and I'm going to put it on its side for about 15 seconds. This is going to sear the side. Kind of help seal them juices in. Okay, good enough. Now go ahead and do with the other side. Let that fat kind of heat up a little bit. There we go. Go ahead and flip the steak. There we go. Again, a little bit of butter. Let it melt just a minute. Okay. You see a little bit of smoke starting to rise. Not too smoky in here just yet. Alright, we're at 2 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and take this steak, flip this puppy over. I'll show y'all how she's looking right now. That's that nice and brown, looking good. Okay. Alright, we're coming up on another flip. You don't always have to use butter every time. Just something I like to do once in a while. Alright, 30 seconds. Here we go. Give her another flip. There we go. A little bit of butter this time. Never on the pan, always on the steak. Alright. Kind of rotate it around, make sure that oil is cooking. Alright, we're coming up on 3 minutes here. Alright. butter. Now, one thing I recommend when you're doing more than one steak, cook your first steak, put it on a nice hot plate, clean the pan all the way, get it cooled back down, get it cleaned up. That way you're not putting the steak in the same stuff as the other steak was there. Alright, go ahead and flip her here. There we go. Point being that, you know, you gotta let the steak sit for a little bit, but as it's sitting, it's getting cold, so if you want to keep it warm, you know, your first steak you put down, take your second steak when it's done, and then you put that on top of the first steak. That'll transfer the heat, kind of keep it warm. Alright, right now we're at a critical phase. We're at 4 minutes and 7 seconds total. So, you know, I said I don't feel the steak. A lot of times I like to use time to do it. I'm going to go ahead and feel the steak this time, alright? Alright, that's kind of feeling like medium to me. So, I'm going to go ahead and it's about right where it is. We're going to take this garlic, this minced garlic, we're just going to throw it on top of the steak. And what that's going to do, that's going to give it a nice crust on this last flip. There we go. Wash my hands real quick. Okay. And we're at about 5 minutes. That's the most I choose to go with this here steak. I'm going to take this steak off. Alright, put it on there. Now we're going to pause real quick. Okay, we're recording again. Now we're going to go ahead and get that corn out. I said about 25 minutes. The nice thing about corn, as long as you take it out within, you know, 5-6 minutes more than it should cook, you're good to go. So we're going to go ahead and take this corn out. Alright, turn our oven off, turn our stove off. Right now, our steak is resting. That's letting all the juices kind of absorb back into it. I got our corn over here. I'm going to go get my plate. Alright, got our plate. Go ahead and get our steak. Put our steak on our plate. Take the aluminum foil. It's not going to burn me even though it was in the oven, just the way aluminum foil works. Now, see all that steam rolling up? Go ahead and get my corn skewers. Set this puppy. And as long as I keep the aluminum foil kind of tilted up, all that juice, all that butter stays right in there. It's nice, easy cleanup, okay? Alright, corn skewers. There we go. Take that, set that on that plate. Take the aluminum foil, kind of ball it up. Pour that melted butter right down that sink. Throw the aluminum foil in the trash, you're good to go. Okay, we're done. Now, that is our meal. That's what we have to look forward to. I'll show you all the cut on the meat here in just a minute. Okay, here we are, the moment of truth. We're getting ready to do the cut and see how we did. Go ahead and cut right down that middle. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's nice. See if I can't show you all this without dripping on the laptop. Man, that's beautiful cut. You can see it's nice and pink here, but it's cooked, you know? This. You can't really see it. Wish I had a better camera. Anyways, that's the perfect cut. Perfect everything. It's gonna be a lovely meal. So anyways, that's it. Let's kind of wrap up. Remember, we baked our corn for about 29 minutes at 425 degrees. We fried our steak on an 8 on my stove for about 5 minutes. It's a little bit thicker. Sometimes it's 4, sometimes it's 5. It just depends. You know, as much as I hate to say feel the steak, it does help to feel the steak so you kind of know how done it is. You can look up videos that talk about like touching your thumb to feel like well done and all that. I don't, you know. Anywho, it's about to be a yummy meal. Hope y'all enjoyed pan frying with strings. Take care.